Hi, this is Wendy with Premier Packaging. Welcome to our how-to videos. Today what we're going to be talking about is shipping, how to package fragile items for shipping. It's one thing to send it out of your store in a box or a bag that someone's going to carry home, but as you know, many times you have to ship products. We're going to try and offer you some helpful hints on how to properly package items to avoid breakage during shipment. First, we're going to start with something small. We're just going to take a frame. Glass, flat glass, can be very difficult to ship. So we're going to give you some tips on how to make it go successfully. First of all, you need some masking tape. What you're going to do is just take a piece of tape and put it on the glass. You don't have to put it down hard, just press it on here. What that does is it absorbs some of the shock during shipment and keeps the glass from breaking. Now, the important thing about packing for shipment is to create a cocoon for your product to go in so that during the shipping process it's not banging against the walls of the box and it's not sitting on the bottom or it's not right at the closed top of the box. That's where you run into trouble. You want to have the product packed deeply or in the center of the box, surrounded by soft material. There's a lot of ways you can do that. You can use packing paper, or in this case, for this frame, we're going to use bubble wrap. Now, this bubble wrap comes perforated, which makes it easy to use. You just tear it off. Very simple. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our frame, and we're just going to wrap it in the bubble wrap so that you've got a couple of good layers on it. Now we're going to take our masking tape and close that. You also want to make sure that you close the ends off so that the frame doesn't slide out of the bubble wrap during shipment. Okay, now the frame's ready. Now, test it in your box to make sure that it's going to fit. And then you have to determine how much are you going to need in the bottom to protect this frame while it's in shipping. Now, what you can do at this point is take some packing paper. I'm going to use our random print packing paper. This paper is it's heavier. Packing paper tends to be slightly heavier. I'm going to put this in the bottom of the box like this to create that bottom cushion. Again, it's about protecting the product so that it's not banging against all the sides of the box. That's what's going to cause the problem. Now, just for extra insurance here, I'm going to take one sheet of bubble wrap, put that on top of the packing paper. Then we're going to take our frame, put it in the box, and push it down so that it's in there secure. Obviously, you don't want to do it too hard because you'll break it. Then we're going to top this off with more bubble wrap. Now, just for good measure, we'll put a little bit more packing paper on top. So now your box is ready to seal up and label, and it's safe. And you can see that nothing is moving around in here. When this arrives at its destination, the frame will be safe. Next, we're going to wrap some larger items for fragile shipping. You can combine different types of items in your box as long as they're packaged correctly and you keep them a safe distance apart from each other. Now what I've done here is I've already placed some packing paper in the bottom of the box. Packing paper, one of the advantages is that it's less expensive than bubble wrap, so it's a nice way to start off your packing process. But when it comes to actually wrapping the items, you definitely want to use the bubble wrap. So we are going to start with our plates. Now the nice thing about bubble wrap is that it definitely protects products from each other. It's a nice, safe way to ship your items. You can do one layer, another layer, and then fold it back. you will definitely want to tape off the ends, so once again, you don't have any sliding of the individual products during shipping. You don't want them to come out from that bubble wrap. Now this one is a little bit of an edge sticking out, so just to make it safer, I'm going to add one more piece onto the end of this. We're going to wrap our base. What I recommend is that you take a couple pieces of packing paper, just put them inside. Helps absorb some of the shock of shipping. Now, because we have these fragile items, we definitely want to make sure that they have a nice, comfortable cushion that they sit in inside of this box. Because again, as I said before, we want to make sure that the items are floating, if you will, in your packaging. Okay, so I put a bubble wrap there. Then we're going to put our plates in first. Nestle them right down in the box, and you can see how much the packing paper goes down when you put the weight of that in there. But all of that is underneath, and that's going to cause a nice cushion right around those items. Now we're going to take some more packing paper and put it around the corners of the box. I'll show you this in a minute what that's going to do. Now what this is going to do is this is going to help keep those plates in the center and not going to any corners of the box itself. Now we'll wrap our pitcher. The more secure your piece is inside of this bubble packaging, the less it's going to have a chance of breaking during shipment. Now we've created our nest of packing paper here. So now we'll take our pitcher and put it in. I'm laying it down sideways in here. Then we're going to finish this off. And once we get all the packing paper that's nestling that pitcher in there securely, then we're going to top that off with a couple layers of bubble wrap. There we have it. And as long as your box is filled to the top, then you can securely close it and you can feel comfortable that your products are going to make it to their destination safe. Thank you.